An amazing turn of events, starting with Norkia implementing a nationwide draft of all able-bodied men 18 to 30, led to nearly every nation in the world doing the same. Norkia sent out a warning to its allies declaring it feared an imminent attack, but did not know which nation, as the signs they discovered did not include enough information. Immediately after Norkia implemented its draft, any nation that was not sure on its standing with them did the same, fearing an attack. In turn, any nation not on the best standing with any of those nations started drafts as well, including the Interfederated Territories. The following days were extremely tense for the entire world as everyone stood back and waited for the inevitable, someone to fire the first shot, for a true world war that could easily wipe off mankind off the face of the earth for good. But the spark never came. By November 3rd, 2020, most nations had finished rushing their newly acquired military forces through an extremely abbreviated boot camp. Even then, nobody started fighting. Through all the tense events, the C.W.I and other investigative parties looked into the possible causes of the alarms that were raised. Nothing seemed obvious. Radio signals that had been intercepted seemed clearly to suggest an attack, and indeed had been planned against Norkia. Other communications implied its allies would be next. Some evidence suggested a plan for world domination, but nothing implicated the party responsible for the red flags. Finally, on November 6, 2020, a breakthrough came in which a cave in Southern Hemberg was found with a military-style bunker/base from which a group of men had been orchestrating the entire hoax. The men were arrested on a number of crimes, including reckless endangerment, treason, and a number of completely new charges. Although they may have been fairly harmless in and of themselves, their pranks could have cost millions of lives had any nation not been able to handle the tensity of the previous weeks. Most new draftees have been retained by the military for further processing before returning home, but many of those in more essential industries were discharged early this morning, including us journalists, who were discharged early in order to give updates to the anxious families of the rest of the draftees still waiting for them to return home. For KF News, I'm reporter Justice Backstrom.